Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Alt Kings podcast. I'm your host, Corbin, with my co-host, Tate, and we have a Crypto Mason recommendation, not directly to us, but he recommended it.
He recommended it to
he
the
recommended
public.
It is known as OriginTrail, and I'm going to do my darndest to not say OriginTrail.
OriginTrail.
Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. We're probably going to slip up a few times.
Yes, indeed. With the price sitting at roughly 33 cents right now.
Yep.
Approaching 34. Total supply of 500 million and a circulating supply of 364 million. And with that, I think it's got a lot of potential. But once again, we are not financial advisors.
None of this is financial advice.
So do not take anything that we say consideration as financial advice.
We should make that part of the intro from now on.
Yeah.
Just bounce off. That was good.
We are not financial advisors.
True. Accurate.
Anyways, the CEO and the CTO. So CEO is Ziga Drev and the CTO is Branimir Rakik.
Very Slavic.
Yes, indeed.
Cool beans. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool that are they based out of somewhere in like Slovenia or the UK or?
They're based out of the UK.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's neat to see these other projects that are not based in the US get these really, really good partnerships with other companies and actually, have room to thrive instead of Gary Gensler going out into the daisy field with a flamethrower and just torching everything, trying to torch everything.
All the crops.
Yes.
Fortunately. But there will soon be regulations that I've raised. I didn't see it, but yeah, that's crazy. So OriginTrail, it's the world's first decentralized knowledge graph, organizing humanity's most important assets and making them discoverable, verifiable, and valuable. It connects the physical world, such as things like art, healthcare, fashion, education, and supply chains, and the digital world, blockchain, smart contracts, metaverse, and NFTs and DeFi, in a single connected reality. It's really going to transfer everything into the metaverse.
This is big time. This doesn't even need to be transferred into the metaverse.
No.
This could be used in all sorts of different industrial applications.
Digital assets.
Well, yeah, digital assets, but also for industrial applications.
Yeah.
Where you might, put your college diploma through OriginTrail and it'll be permanently on a blockchain and verifiable. So even if, let's say, God forbid your house burns down and it's hanging up on the wall and you lose it, then you could say, oh, I still have it.
It's in the OriginTrail.
Yeah, this is your certificate of dysentery.
Oh my. Yeah, it's just same with like art. I mean, that's why NFTs are a major thing nowadays, because people don't want to lose their art to, like you said, like a house fire or a natural cause or just some sort.
Oh, we forgot to preface too. It is pouring down rain outside.
It's a great background noise. So if you hear the thunder, hear the rain, just enjoy it while it lasts. This is your one and only chance of getting this on the podcast.
I don't know, man. We live in the rainforest, bro.
Right.
We live in the swamp.
We live in the Amazon rainforest.
Yes, we do. But yeah, there's tons of different use cases for OriginTrail.
Yes.
Like tons and tons and tons of them. Amazing. It amazes me that it's at 33 cents right now.
Yeah, I know, especially with that supply, because once that supply starts to get realized and people start to eat it up and institutions start to hop on board.
What I actually find...
I like that noise.
That was a good one. What I actually find interesting is I don't necessarily think that institutions like banks and stuff are actually going to eat this one up. I think companies.
Well, that's more or less what I mean. I'm not looking at really banks. I'm just looking at like corporate America and stuff.
Fair. Yeah.
I still consider that like institutions.
Yeah, they're too busy buying XRP.
Anyways.
I
mean, think about it. Like, there's going to be a point in time when the OriginTrail gets a hold of like the Mona Lisa. And then that's going to be on the blockchain forever. Whoever owns the Mona Lisa won't ever have to worry about it, one, getting stolen, or two, being destroyed.
It's true. There's an art gallery that actually owns the Mona Lisa over in France, I believe.
Yeah.
And so it's not like owned by a single entity.
Sure. I mean, yes and no, but
yeah, it's typical museum procedure.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
but they won't want that getting destroyed, say, to like a natural disaster.
True.
Because nobody can stop Mother Nature. Like, that's one thing that nobody can stop.
A lot of safety glass.
Yeah.
A lot of safety glass.
Even if you better hope. Massive flood could come through and just sweep that whole entire safety glass case away right down the river, and you'll never see that thing again.
I don't know,
Just the things to think about.
That's true.
I mean, I guarantee they probably have tracking devices on it or some sort.
Oh, yeah, or
they got that thing
insurance.
locked. But anyways, this is not about the Mona Lisa.
No, this is true.
Advanced knowledge graph technology currently powers trillion-dollar companies like Google and Facebook. By reshaping it for Web3, the OriginTrail decentralized knowledge graph provides a crucial fabric to link, verify, and value both data on both physical and digital assets, like we've just stated.
Yeah.
World-class companies are already using the OriginTrail to connect and create value to their ecosystems. For example, OriginTrail is enabling frictionless international trade for over 40% of U.S. imports by fostering secure exchange of secure audits. So they're making sure that everything that they transfer and trade is being audited. So it's all being checked, marked, making sure that it's properly being stored.
Yeah, because you can easily forge those documents.
Oh, 100%.
Easily.
I mean, it happens all the time with...
Yeah, because you're just going to fax it to somebody, or it's going to be stuck in your email where somebody could easily get into your company's email server.
Yeah.
Not easily, but they can. And potentially do that. But if it's backed via a blockchain, whether it's Ethereum or Polkadot or Polygon or whoever they decide to end up fully implementing to lower the gas fees, Ethereum, it's going to be really beneficial.
Very much so. The same semantic fabric of the decentralized knowledge graph protects pharmaceutical supply chains or can be used to organize blockchain data from seamless access by DeFi decentralized applications.
Yep.
The apps.
Dapps.
Our favorite. We've talked about those so many times in the past.
Dude, Connor from Hedera Starter tending to our little dapps.
I love how we're able to just talk about the old podcast now.
Oh, yeah.
And just bring up old memories from different...
Remember back in the day? Pepperidge Farm remembers.
22 podcasts in already. How crazy.
Right.
The OriginTrail decentralized knowledge graph powered by the Track utility token and a global network of nodes that's used by leading global organizations is now ready to go to bring trillions of assets into the metaverse. Yes, they do have their own nodes and you can create your own personal node. Create one of your own nodes.
You need 10 million XDC.
For a testnet node for Ethereum, at least 3,000 test track, and so the token is called Track. So it's the OriginTrail, but their token is called TRAC.
Yeah.
At least 3,000 test track, and at least 0.05 test ETH. And then it's XDAI. What's that?
XDAI, I think is how you pronounce it, is one of their partners, actually.
It's a stablecoin. DAI is a stablecoin cryptocurrency on the Ethereum blockchain, which aims to keep its value as close to one United States dollar as possible through a system of smart contracts and decentralized participants. But you can also set up your node through XDAI, and for that, it's the same amount of test track and then just 0.01 XDAI.
Not bad.
No, but for a mainnet node, it's just 3,500 tracks, so just 500 more.
Yeah, like a really basic computer to run the transactions through. It doesn't have to be. It's not proof of work, so it's not going to put a ton of load on it.
Nope, just 2 gigabytes of RAM minimum, 2.2 gigahertz of CPU, and at least 20 gigabytes of storage space. But they say they recommend if you're going to do a mainnet node, you should start off with about 5,000 track, because I think you have to continue to implement more track to run the node. I believe.
Interesting.
That's what they're saying on.
So then, how would you earn rewards for being a node operator? Or
I believe the base to like start the node is 3,500.
Yeah.
And then to continue to like with my stronger node, I have to continue to every 30 days. I have to pay a Ether gas fee.
Yes, but that's also because they're handling all of the hardware. They actually have the server and everything,
you're right,
so they got to maintain that. And
yeah, I guess if you do it through your own side of things, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah. Have to do some deeper digging on that.
Definitely. But you're able to run nodes.
Yeah,
so
you can run nodes.
There's a source of potentially making some sort of passive income through it. Sure. And then regaining your return on investment down the road.
Yeah, or some sort of a governance system.
Yeah.
So you would be able to vote as a validator.
For sure. Yeah, there's so much more. Partnered with so many different types of companies.
Yeah, they're... Sorry.
You go.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm really excited about this part because their partners are huge. So this coin checks a lot of boxes for me because I love these types of coins that handle a very specific niche.
Yeah.
That most people, including me, never thought like
ever existed.
That could be put on the blockchain. I didn't think about that.
Everything can be put on the blockchain now.
Exactly.
We have to realize that.
Yes, this is accurate. Yeah, they are partnered with 3 major companies, and they've gotten a couple shout outs and stuff from other massive ones. So they're already partnered with Oracle, which is major in the blockchain data center space. They do everything with Java, like, pretty much everybody who's even remotely techie knows Oracle at this point. They've been around forever.
Yep.
There's also BSI, which is the British Standards Institution. And they handle different sort of standards for workplace information, essentially, to make sure that everybody's all on the same page with what they need to submit and stuff. I think they also work with the British government as well to sort of make sure that everybody's doing the right thing.
If they're based out of the UK, I hope they're partnered with the British government in a way.
Well, yeah, if it's a standards institution to make sure that everything complies with laws and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And the one that I find the most fascinating is that they're partnered with GS1 Slovenia, which is major. Now, practically nobody over here knows about them, but you guys ever wondered where your barcodes come from and how that system is maintained?
I've wondered so long.
I bet you have. I bet you've had many sleepless nights wondering about the barcode, Tate. Well, good news. GS1 Slovenia is here to help you get a good night's sleep.
Amazing.
Yes. But yeah, they're helping them with that, and they have a major partnership with them. I could actually see barcodes being implemented into a metaverse to make things easier to pull up.
Yeah, definitely.
So instead of it doesn't even have to be I'm trying to think, because like if you play a game like VR Chat or something, right, which isn't a metaverse, but it's like the kind of the closest consumer ready thing that we have right now.
Yeah.
When you're in that game and you want to pick up something, there's no implementation for buying things.
Yeah.
Because everybody just basically trades skins. And that was a good one. That was a good lightning. So my thinking was, if you go into a shop, you want to buy a shirt. See the shirt on display. It has a little price beneath it, denoted in whatever currency maybe that blockchain is on. Or sorry, that game, whatever, denoted in whatever currency that the game's blockchain is on.
Okay.
I wonder if there would be a way to add some sort of a barcode system to that, which now that I think about it, probably wouldn't be necessary. Because with the barcode, it helps you scan it and it does one thing.
Yes.
So it does only one thing, and it's a very specific thing.
Yes.
So I wonder if that could actually be implemented in with the UPC labels items as well.
Could be its own UPC label.
Yeah, but now, like, circling back to the real world, for people who maybe are trying to, I don't know, like change the price of something, people will take a barcode sticker off of a cheaper item and put it on a more expensive item and try to scan it.
It makes everything very corrupt, more or less.
Interesting.
But, I mean, that's whenever, like, obviously audits come into play and security, like,
Yeah, they're doing a lot of
Yeah,
they're doing a lot of stuff in the healthcare space right now to make sure like HIPAA documents and all that stuff is complied with, and to also make sure that that's recoverable in their sort of secure data system using the blockchain, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And they're also partnered with SCAN, which is the Supplier Compliance Audit Network. So once again, more paperwork, but always good to have something like that.
Yeah.
Because I can't imagine what these companies pay in insurance. Because imagine you have all these documents that are like physical paper documents.
Trees.
Well, trees, yes.
I mean, trees cost money.
Trees cost money. We don't like cutting down trees.
Exactly.
But the other thing too is, what if a tornado hits the building that houses all the paperwork?
Yeah.
Or there's a fire.
Yep.
You know?
It adds up.
You got to have a solid way to back that up outside of just scanning it and then putting in some folder on some secure part of the network. You need to actually have the physical thing itself encrypted and
into the blockchain,
backed up into the blockchain. Yeah,
that'd be the best.
Make sure it's
that'd
legit.
be the best solution. But it's just about
because
No, you go.
Because the phishing scams that people are using against these companies. Do you know what a phishing scam is?
Yeah.
Okay. So the phishing scams that people are using against companies are getting smarter and smarter and smarter. In fact, one of the big ones that people are using right now is they will use a phishing scam to get somebody's email, like username and password, for a specific like company email. And what they'll do is they'll go in, and for a couple weeks or a couple months, they'll go in and they'll just watch emails coming in and leaving that email inbox.
And they'll just sit there and watch it.
They'll just sit there and pay attention, see how the person talks, see how the clients talk, and that kind of thing. And when another business sends over an invoice that's supposed to go to the company that they're phishing, what they'll do is now that they know how to speak or type like the person who they're normally sending it to, they can send a fake invoice back to them and say, hey, you guys got this bank account number wrong. Can you please fix it before this deal goes through? And then you've been phished, because then they're going to send that over and it's going to be to somebody's personal bank account. You might lose that forever.
A good substantial amount of money off of a very smart play.
Yeah.
That is quite evil.
Yeah, but the thing is too, you could also use that for impersonating documents.
Yeah.
And then
No.
Yeah, because you would download it.
You're making me spiral right now.
Yeah, because the other thing you could do too is if you wanted to fish somebody some information, like to them, not taking away.
Sure.
You could potentially, like if somebody emailed you a document and said, hey, can you edit this? Or how does this look? Or can you bring this to the next meeting or whatever? You could potentially just copy paste that email and just essentially like go in and change some of the numbers or the values on the document, basically falsify it. But if it's verifiable on a blockchain, you can't do that. Physically cannot do that.
There's no way of, you're right. There is no way.
Yeah.
Unless you breach the blockchain.
Yeah, because the other thing too is a lot of times these guys won't send an email from like the official company server, because you really can't. It's really hard to do that outside of a company's like inner circle network, because
that's only if you know like obviously the password and stuff.
Well, no, not even that. Like the physical network inside of a building. Like let's say
makes sense.
Like you're in a retail store. That retail store is going to have a two network lines. It's going to have a network line specifically for the business itself that's going to run any of the electronics that the employees might use, and also the secure handshake that needs to happen between the computer that's like the company owns and the email servers that the company owns as well. And then there's a separate little side network specifically for the people shopping.
Yeah.
So that way they have Wi-Fi to use.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So the most they'd be able to do is just get onto that guest network inside the building.
Well, no, not even that. What they'll do is they'll create another email. So let's say it's tate@gnc.com, for instance, right? Yeah. So if that's your company email and somebody wanted to phish you, they might do tate@gnc.co or .org.
You know what?
Or .net.
That's so funny that you say that, because I actually just got an email from a fake Apple support tech today. Not support tech, but a support team saying that my Apple ID just got suspended and that I had to unsuspend it by clicking this link. I dove a little deeper into it because the initial email that they showed,
sure,
it looked like it was the right email. And then I clicked on the email from to see who actually sent it, and it showed up like abxyzd3 at like some.com.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
You almost got phished, my friend.
Well, I did click on the link, but I didn't type any information.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But that was a very, very big tangent we just went on, and it explains so much though, because this happens on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
And it's quite crazy to think about. You had me spiraling.
Yeah. But just this could help really deter phishing scams.
Unfish the fishers.
This could really help deter phishing in corporate applications, and maybe even governmental if this got used for official government documents. Because you know some of these bills that these senators write are 20, 30, 40,000 pages long.
Yep.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
Too many pages.
Yes. Make it simple. Why is that so hard?
100%. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
I can understand a couple hundred if it's a big bill like healthcare.
Yeah.
If it's a healthcare bill, 500, do that. 1,000, kind of pushing it.
You're pushing it, yeah.
10,000?
Why? Why does that need to be existing?
Because all the pork that they put in it.
All the hidden words.
Well, yeah. Plus, little pats on the back for senators, so they might be able to get a bridge built in their district or something. So
yeah.
Anyway, that's a tangent for a different day.
Exactly. Using the same tech as Google used, but not partnered with Google, organizing information and the blockchain tech powering Bitcoin, OriginTrail is organizing humanity's most important Web3 assets and making them discoverable, verifiable, and valuable.
Yeah.
Let's bring your assets to the Web3.
What?
Said, let's bring your assets to the Web3.
Yes. Absolutely.
Crazy, because they even speak upon bringing like automobiles, and obviously pharmaceutical supply chains, trusted factories, trusted bytes, certifications, everything to the Web3. Whoa, I just saw lightning strike.
That's cool.
Food traceability, rail travel safety, the FSM food safety market is harnessing the power of the OriginTrail and big data to transform the European food certification market. So all certifications. Yes. Sustainable agriculture, enterprise data interoperability, fashion and apparel traceability, industrial data marketplaces, and financial flows. There's so many things that OriginTrail is going after, and without a doubt, it is going to more or less accomplish all.
Yeah.
All physical.
Yes. And there are two other, I don't know if they're necessarily partnerships, but they certainly shouted them out. Two major shout outs that they've received are from the World Economic Forum.
Wow.
Which, we know a little bit about that from XRP.
Yeah,
and then also Walmart's Food Safety Collaboration Center with its Innovation Pipeline Initiative in China. So from Walmart, they were stating, let's see here. So the founder actually went over, I believe this event was held in China, and was speaking about it. And he was saying essentially that the platform has the potential to break through the limitations imposed by a complex and fragmented global food supply landscape, strengthening product traceability as well as de-incentivizing fraudulent behavior by increasing data transparency. So what that could also mean is potentially, I don't know what the laws are like on this. I don't know if this is even possible, which is off the top of my head. Something I would think about is if you are a company that sells corn. Corn's only good for a certain amount of days.
Yes.
It's on a truck going to, say, Walmart, for instance.
Okay.
Right? Well, if that truck gets delayed and that corn starts to go past its date. Now, normally the expiration dates on stuff are pretty conservative, just for everybody's health and safety. Well, what if they nudged it up a couple days? expiration date.
Yeah.
Like I said, I know nothing about the laws or just a thought. Yeah. About anything surrounding this. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And then the World Economic Forum was talking about how this could actually be implemented to help fight the C word that ends in 19. People are getting demonetized. I don't know if that's still, people are still getting demonetized for saying the sickness.
We don't even got to go into it, but yeah.
Yeah, they were essentially talking about how it could track PPE. So your masks, gloves,
any sort of virus. It can track all of the equipment used.
Ventilators. This could be really useful in a medical setting. Yeah. Absolutely. Helping keep track of everything and be really useful for that.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, I see it going after it all.
Yeah. Yeah, so it can handle certifications, it has alert systems in place as well for when things go wrong, the origin of products, the different compliance checks that different governments put in place for different systems and products. And then also it has a really good recall system as well. So if a product gets recalled or if a piece of equipment gets recalled, it's kind of like there's no real infrastructure for that. I mean, you can go, there's like certain websites you can go to and like manually search like, hey, your Caterpillar, I don't know, tractor or backhoe or something like has a recall.
Yep.
Usually they'll email you, but like having an actual system in place that will straight up notify you.
Instantaneous.
Yeah. Instantaneously when a recall happens would be nice. See that being used in regular consumer automobiles as well, especially as we get closer and closer to everything becoming more electric. There's been a major problem, especially with GM using, remember, was it LG batteries? I forget which company they were using. It was like an old version of LG's battery technology, and Chevy Volts were catching on fire.
No way.
Yeah, dude, you can straight up look it up right now. Chevy Volt fire.
Right now.
Yeah, go for it. I don't know if this affected the Bolt as well. But it was a major issue. They had to recall a ton of cars.
Wow.
GM lost a ton of money.
50,000 U.S. Chevrolet Bolt electric vehicles.
It was the Bolt, okay.
Are from the 2017-2019 model years were recalled for potential and unintended fire in the high voltage battery pack underneath the back seat's bottom cushions.
Yep.
Wow.
Because the other bad thing too is like if that battery starts an electrical fire, it's already hard to put out, but on top of that, the battery is directly beneath the seat cushions, like it said in the thing.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if there's a thin seats. Layer of... Yeah,
that's where your children go.
That too. Most of the time, from what I can see, the fires would happen while the battery is charging.
Gotcha.
Because that's when it's going to be under the most demand.
And it's going to potentially overcharge.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any sort of temperature protection in place with these batteries. That's the other big issue. So if you go to a supercharger station in a Tesla and you plug in the Tesla, it's going to use a system of cooling fans and AC and stuff to actually keep the battery at an optimal temperature. It'll also do this in the winter, right before you're about to go out. It'll actually kick a heater on to get the battery up to temp, because otherwise you'll lose a ton of
energy
range.
Oh yeah, range.
Yeah, it makes the battery a lot more unstable.
Yeah. Wow.
So the more you know.
The smarter the cars get.
Yeah, I'll stick to my gasoline engines. Thank you very much.
We'll soon get a Tesla once OriginTrail moons.
Go for it. And then I can build a car that will eventually beat your Tesla.
Possible.
After I put in 4 times the amount of money you paid for your Model S Plaid.
See, yeah. I guess. I'd only get a Model 3.
You'd only get a Model 3?
That's all you need.
Which Model 3?
The generic Model 3.
Well, there's 3 different trims, like a 60 or an 80.
I'm not that much of a car guru. I'm not that much of a car guru. So therefore, I do not know. I'd stick to the basics.
Okay.
Cheaper is all I need, as long as I have a Tesla.
Okay.
I make sure it had autopilot. But anyways, I think we really wrapped up OriginTrail.
Yeah.
I think we talked about majority of the things that they're trying to accomplish and going after with all of their all of their utility. I mean, entities being names of people, concepts, and objects. Although the graphical representation of this knowledge is not recent, it has grown into popularity and is a key element for artificial intelligence applications related to rapid and contextual information retrieval as well as decision making.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't see that part. Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually a great idea.
AI.
To have AI implement the technology that OriginTrail is using to not only speed up the process of items going into the digital world, but also helping AI recognize what items actually are.
Yeah.
So I don't know the exact process of how they already, like how Boston Dynamics like can identify things.
What's real and what's...
Yeah, because like it's got to be more complex than like a Tesla.
Yeah.
Because the Tesla uses a system of boxes and stuff to actually see objects.
A crap ton of sensors.
So many sensors.
Active sensors, though. It's not just something that just...
Oh, for sure. Yeah, it's a full radar system.
Yeah.
There's tons of cameras.
Yep.
It's got LiDAR in it. Like, it's
high tech.
The bee's knees. Will.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's one more fact that we just went on. Yeah. Artificial intelligence.
Yeah.
You got anything else to say? I really can't wait to see where this project goes and how it's able to implement everything they want to achieve.
Yeah.
Because it's really just a matter of time, and I think we're getting into this and talking about this very early on. Very early,
because they're still on ERC20. They're about to launch, I think they said on June 4th. They're going to be launching the initial sale of the track token on Polkadot to really help with the gas fees.
Yeah, that would help out immensely.
Yeah, and you're going to be able to do nodes specific to separate blockchains. It's really cool. So you remember how earlier you were saying about how it was going to cost a certain amount of Ethereum to run a node. Well, now as they're making, I don't know if this is necessarily a fork or not, or if it's just cross-chain compatible.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, you're going to be able to stake Polkadot and get track in return. Pretty cool.
Polkadot's a lot more efficient than Ethereum.
So much more efficient. It's ridiculously more efficient.
Drop down in the comments below what token you'd like us to talk about next. Shout out to Crypto Mason for putting us on this beautiful token. Mason
for this find. That was quality.
Gold Squad.
Let's go.
But I think with that being said, we appreciate every single one of you. And we will be back next week. Another 2 great episodes. Big ones.
Woo-woo. Big ones, yeah.
Yep. Big ones that we will not be discussing. You'll just have to wait and find out. Major. Just like that giveaway we did.
True.
Thank you all for tuning in. And with that being said, this has been the Alt Kings Podcast, and we will see you next episode. Bing bang!
That was a good one.
I hit for the light.
I hit the light.
That'd have been so funny if the light just went out.
It just exploded, and then there was a big thing of lightning back there, and like the window blew out.
Oh my!
All from the Barboon's hat hitting the light.